I spent all my savings on a first-class ticket to meet the richest man in the country. When we shook hands, he showed clear disgust and kept wiping his palm with alcohol. I felt a brief moment of awkwardness, but I still told him my plan, to build a low-cost airline so even poor people could afford to fly. But he responded with clear disdain.
யாராச்சும் ஒரு பிச்சைக்காரனையோ கூலிக்காரனையோ கிராமத்தானையோ பிளேன்ல பார்க்க விரும்புவாங்களா?
He then instructed his staff to move me to economy class. The feeling of my dignity being trampled filled me with anger.
Coming with me. Where the fuck should I go?
But I underestimated the power of money. After he spoke to a flight attendant, the plane turned back. The captain announced a technical issue.
You own the ticket, I own the plane, my friend.
And I was removed from the plane. As I left the airport, a man named Angus stopped me. He said he was a venture capitalist who had heard my idea on the plane. He saw potential, but also high risk, and asked for guaranteed profit data. Instead of answering, I took him to a small local restaurant. He was uncomfortable. I ordered a pizza and asked him to try it. After tasting it, he was genuinely surprised. The flavor was no different from food served in a 5-star hotel. I explained that luxury restaurants charge more for environment, not quality. Airlines work the same way. If unnecessary services like elaborate meals are removed and space is redesigned for more seats, costs drop and revenue increases. He took me to his company, but the board opposed the plan. Buying planes required huge capital and risk. I explained I would lease aircraft from Boeing. After 9/11, the US aviation industry struggled, making half-price leasing possible. My explanation convinced the board, but the funds would take 6 months. To secure the aircraft, Angus asked me to pay $60 million up front and promised repayment later. Even after mortgaging everything I owned, I was still $40 million short. With no other choice, I borrowed from the richest man in my village. Because my father had once been his teacher, he agreed after my mother mortgaged all our land and houses. The loan was approved, and all procedures were completed. Just as the airline was about to begin operations, Boeing suddenly canceled the agreement. Because a new regulation required Boeing to provide confidential design documents, or the leased aircraft would be detained indefinitely. I confronted the aviation authority, questioning why other airlines were not subject to the same requirement. What I received in return was the director's mockery. With no alternatives left, I turned to Angus for help. That was when I learned the truth. The regulation had been changed by the billionaire. Angus had been sent to approach me from the beginning, with the goal of pushing me into massive debt so I would abandon the low-cost airline plan.
Good luck.
At that moment, I understood that in the eyes of capital, I was insignificant. A single decision from them was enough to shake my entire world.